your condition was interstitial cystitis. That's what you were diagnosed with. How many years did you live with those interstitial cystitis symptoms?
I've been dealing with this since I was 8 years old with the symptoms, and was told it was just like recurrent UTIs up until I was 18, and then I was officially diagnosed with IC. Just a cystoscopy, and they looked inside and they said that it was like textbook IC, which up at that point I had never heard of it before.
And the textbook being it was red, it was irritated.
It was very inflamed inside and red, and kind of like he explained as like just bare. Like it seemed like it was just very raw in there.
Got it. Other symptoms before we get into the results right now after one treatment. You had headaches?
Yes.
Were those for a very long time, or were those more recent in your years? Can I ask your age now?
I'm 31.
31, okay. So since 8 with the IC bladder problem, constant throughout life. Constant. And headaches for how many years?
It was probably within the last year that they became more frequent.
More frequent. You had cramps in your calves?
Yes.
You had cramps and spasms in the fingertips and toes, right? And you had shortness of breath was another one of your symptoms, right? And another symptom, because of the interstitial cystitis, one of the other symptoms was insomnia. Yes. It kept you up at night.
Very bad.
Very. And you couldn't have intimate relations. It was too difficult. On a scale of 1 to 10, if 10 is the worst pain you can imagine with the bladder, and let's say 0 is no pain, what was it prior to coming in here?
It was like a 20.
Like
it was
a 20.
Like unbearable. Like I couldn't work. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't really like hold any relationships because it was just like a constant like dagger in my life that like wouldn't go away no matter what I did. After I had a surgical procedure with a urologist in the area, that's when it got like completely unbearable and really like 24/7.
Rated as a top doctor in one of the top universities here in South Florida, right?
Yeah, she was recommended as like a specialist for IC, and we went there and saw her, and she recommended a surgical procedure. She said she saw like ulcers inside my bladder, and so she was able to burn them, but that just like made it
worse.
100 times worse.
So if a 20 is the worst when you came to me of severity, what was it prior to that surgery?
Probably a 10. It was bad, but it was manageable with like medications.
And the doctor who did the surgery, when you came out of the surgery and you said something's wrong, it's getting worse, what did she say?
She said we just had to give it time, that it could take up to 6 months for everything to heal. And I just kept calling her and telling her like it's just I can't live like this, like I don't know what to do. And she's like, we have to give it time. I was taking 𝐲𝐿 like literally round the clock. I mean, like sometimes I would take a pack in like 2 days. Then I started getting like really bad stomach cramps which is something that was really new, but like I started getting scared because I'm like, I'm taking all this 𝐲𝐿, I know it's not good. So then she recommended doing another surgery, and thank God I found you right before then.
Thank you.
Yeah.
How did it feel, if you can give us the quality of that pain?
You feel like you just have to go really, really bad all the time, even if you don't have to go. Burning and aching and just pain, like my whole like lower area is just felt like so sore. I couldn't even like put anything near me because it was just like so painful. Like after that surgery, it was like I couldn't put anything down there. I was like, sometimes water would hurt. It was that raw. Like everything just felt like it was just like very, very irritated all the time, 24/7. When I would pee, it would burn. Like I would cry. Like I would literally sit down and just like cry every day. Like sometimes I would have to pee in like a really hot bathtub. It was the only way that I could like manage, because it was just like the worst sharp shooting pain. I don't know how to explain it.
You literally had to get into a warm bath and pee in there.
Yeah. Like
while you're in there, and then drain the tub.
Yeah, it was really bad. You can't go to work like that. You can't like really do anything. It just takes a toll on your life, and it just like really becomes like the center of your life, and you can't like, there's nothing like to be told so many times like there's just nothing we can do, or like just have to wait. It just like then becomes like a mental thing where you're just like, I don't know if this is like ever gonna get better. Like it's very defeating. I had seen so many specialists at this point, and they've all told me the same thing, so you kind of just start believing it too.
How many different doctors or so-called specialists did you see?
In my lifetime, I don't even know, probably like 30, 40 different people. I just kept telling them, like, but like, what's causing this? Like, I don't understand, like, how I don't feel like we're like treating like what's causing this. And they would just tell me, like, that's just how you were born, like, that's just what it is. And like, you know, it just seemed like it was like I had met my fate at that point, because I'm like, everyone's telling me the same thing. That doesn't, you know, I don't know, it was just something different that when I met you, I felt like such a sense of relief, because I was like, this is what I've been talking about. Like, I feel like there has to be something that's causing this, you know, and it doesn't make sense to me that all we're doing is just kind of like putting a Band-Aid on it, because it didn't seem like it was ever going to get better that way.
And now from a 20, what is the quality of the pain right now?
I can sleep through the night now. Even during the day when it does come, I was telling you, I feel like it's just maybe a 4 or a 5.
Now it can last for, you told me, I think at a 4 or 5, maybe 20 minutes.
Maybe 20 minutes.
And it goes away without an
away.
azo, without any other support, without any other med.
I mean, I was up every hour. Now I can, like, just sleep through the night.
Yeah.
Like, the first time that happened, I was like, oh my God.
How many years?
I forgot what it's like to sleep,
sleep.
7, 8 hours.
How many, congratulations, I'm happy for you.
Yeah.
How many years had you had that frequent nighttime urge to go,
My
even when
whole
nothing
life.
came out? How many years has that been?
My whole life.
Your whole life,
My
since you're
whole-
8 years old. So
Like,
for 23
literally
years
my
of
whole
your life, as much as you can remember, insomnia, having to go pee,
Yeah.
nothing coming out, pain, burn, urge, discomfort.
It's just like the anxiety too of knowing, like, here we go again, like, please don't be this bad this time. But it, you know,
And it just always was.
yeah,
And now you have sleep.
now I can sleep.
So you had no intercourse with your boyfriend, who's now your fiance.
Yeah.
After we've gotten you to this point, now you're engaged. So there was about 15 months of no sexual relations because the pain was...
It's just horrible. Like,
Horrible.
it was just like the worst, like, burning. It literally felt like sometimes I was like, there was like glass, like, just like ripping. I don't know how to put it into like a good description, but it just felt so sharp and painful. It makes you feel bad, you know, you feel like it's like your fault, you know, but thank God, like, he's very supportive and he's the best. But you really, like, brought that aspect of our relationship back, where we feel like normal again. And he really does respect you a lot.
I
And
appreciate it.
And he's very appreciative, and he's a believer now.
Yeah.
If you were to ask me about my whole life, I really feel like I'm like 100% better, and I'm not just saying that, but I feel like I got my life back. When you saw me the second time, I just feel like I'm like myself again. The months after that surgery, I was depressed. I was like so anxious. I just couldn't, like, sometimes get myself out of bed. I felt like I was gonna lose my job, my relationship, like, and I really mean that. It really was like taking over my life, and I didn't feel like myself, and I feel like I do now. So I really feel like even like the little bit of pain that's like, it's not even pain anymore. It's like honestly just like a discomfort here and there. That may be at like an 80-90%, but I just feel like overall, like, I feel like a new person.
You feel like a new person. So that's like 100% to be a new person.
Yeah, I really do. I feel like I have my life back. I'm happy again. Even when I do feel the discomfort, I'm like, it's okay. It's just 20 minutes. It'll go by, and then it'll go.
And that bladder is, when you said it's just like 80-90%, you're talking bladder, you feel better 80-90%.
Correct.
Is that what you were saying before?
Yeah.
Congratulations. I can keep digging in because I just love these details. It's phenomenal. I'm so happy for you.
Just feel like this approach is so comprehensive, and I love how you, like, take into account, like, every aspect of your life. Like, I feel like it's so personalized too, which has also been, like, actually easier for me. Like, my whole life I've been told there's, like, icy diets, but then, like, you go online and you look, and, like, one thing contradicts the other thing. And I love how here it's so personalized. It's amazing how much, like, little things that you don't even think about may be hurting your body and you don't know.
Mhm.
So I think that this way it really is like getting down to the root of what's causing this whole thing, and I trust it wholeheartedly. And I would tell you to just do yourself a favor and just come in and like don't listen to what other people say, even if they tell you that you can't be healed. Like, advocate for yourself, believe it, because I mean I'm like a proof that it can happen.
You're almost like dumbfounded that you've really come to this final conclusion that it's real.
I mean, I'm just happy I didn't give up, and I'm happy that I like kept trying and I found you. Thank God.
Thank you. And I will see you on the other side of this video where I share with you the kind of exam findings I discovered with her. Congratulations.
Thank you.
It can happen for you too.